Hey there, YouTube. It's your non-YouTuber guy again. So this is the end of round 6 analysis. And sorry if I do each of these videos very differently than the last. I don't think I can really remember what I did last time. So going on with being the first guy to market here with this content. I know it's not that great, but hey, hopefully it helps somebody out. So round 6, our score increased yet again, 92.6 out of 100. That's awesome. Let's go to our debrief. It'll get there. And while that pops up, I'll pull up my second debrief here. Actually, I'll go to simulation. Okay. We got a check in all 4 areas, which is awesome. I like getting the report screen out of the actual simulator. So we got all 4 checks. While, let's see, our closest competitor is Digby. They only got 2 checks. Erie's got 2 X's, so clearly they won't be too much of a threat. But Chester also got 2 checks too. Looking at our talking points, top sales performer, Baldwin. Profit, Baldwin. Baldwin. Stock, Baldwin. The lowest was between Erie and Andrews in both every area. Profit, check. Stock price, check. Leverage, check. We finally got our leverage into a nice area. Because if you remember last time, we were getting a little too low on that. IBP, we didn't get a check on it last time, but we got one this time. Margin, check. Plant utilization, check. Stock out cost, finally we didn't get an X. We got a dash, so that's definitely an improvement. Days of working capital, check. Inventory carrying costs, check. Customer, checks all around the board, man. Oh, actually, SG&A we didn't get a check. That's because our spending in SG&A has gone too low, even though in the analysis you're going to see that we're 100% on just about everything. But I guess we're going to have to spend put some money in SG&A just because. Try and get that check back. Learning and growth. Check on everything. Just bam, bam, bam. Check, check, check. Okay, let's look at that report. I'm also going to print the report while I'm here. Honestly, I was at work looking at this. So I kind of, that's when I looked at it. So I didn't get a chance to print it off yet. One of the biggest things to look at on this screen is our sales. We did, what, 200 million more sales almost than the next closest competitor. Our EBIT is 138 with just straight up 72 million in profits, making our cumulative profits go sky high. We're 120 million more cumulative profit than our next competitor. Contribution margin, massive, 10% more than Digby. Before, Digby actually beat us by a couple percentage points, and it's crazy because we reduced prices by a lot. So with our variable cost being so low, that's one of the reasons why. So we got 48%, 58%, and look at that, contribution margin is exactly 10% higher. So reducing those variable costs, very, very good. Chester, very, very high variable costs. We went from 30-something, 34, 31% market share. We are now at 44%. Digby was able to retain their size. They only changed a little bit, but Erie, Andrews, and Chester shrank. Just gobbling them up. Here's the stock price. We're at 123.94. Stock buyback is actually really good in increasing your stock price. We did not put a dividend on. Oh, wait, I guess I did give a dividend. But usually it takes 2 full years of dividends before the dividend actually increases the stock price. Here's our loans. $80 million loan. But we have the best rating. Chester is kind of there. They only got $10 million, so we got massive loans. But we have a massive company. Our net change in cash, we're ending up with 17 million in cash, which is good. Digby, which is our biggest competitor, took an emergency loan of 8 million. Erie got a pretty high net change in cash. I'm assuming that they borrowed some money and whatever. Oh, they borrowed some current debt, along with long-term debt. Yep. We got the highest in net plant improvements, so 83 million. So just outspending everybody here. Looks like Chester sold some off, and Erie sold some off. Oh, I don't know. The market size is only getting bigger. I don't see why you would want to sell off any of your planter equipment at this point. Let's see here. We have the highest accumulated depreciation because we have just so much more plant equipment than everyone else. Normally don't look too much at the balance sheet here. Income statement. I normally don't look at that too much either. Production versus capacity. This is one of my most favorite slides. Look at that, 19.7 over here. Baldwin at 10 million, which is us. The next highest competitor is at 11.9 or 1150 million. Whew. Yeah, we're just producing a lot. And you're going to see here for Baldwin, 200%, 200%, 200. I mean, we're just producing just massive amounts. And so what I learned also is if you're maxing out plant utilization, you won't get an X on that. Before, I think in one of my previous videos, I thought if you got 180% between all of them, you would get an X, but clearly that might not be the case. So I just got 200% so many. I think I'd be 180 amongst all. It's also important to look at automation next round and capacity next round. So we have 10 automation in a lot of things, but with a 3,200 capacity for our low end, which is a big number to look at. And our next competitor has 2,800 in low end. So we have 400 more than them. I don't know if we'll be really building much more than this. We might have to expand capacity because we did max it out last time. And as you can tell, it looks like that they only got 2 things in 10. And also, last round, these other companies were making more, what do you call it, products. Looks like they created CAT, which is size. So they created a new size product to try and get some of that money that we were literally handing to us. And looks like we got 2 size, and now they have a performance. So they have 1 automation, so their labor cost is pretty high. So let's see, their size, they got $14 in labor costs, $10 in material. If we look at our size, we have $11 in material and $1.28 in labor. So yeah, but we also have a much higher MTBF, I think, by 1 million. So not much higher, but yeah. Okay. MTBF does affect it quite a bit. Might be an opportunity for us to lower our MTBF. Yeah. Okay. We'll take a look at that. Let's see if there's anything else to say about this. I don't know. Looks like we have some competitors. I think they're always there. I think Ace is our only new competitor in the area. Chester put 1 in size instead of performance. Reducing the price did seem to work out pretty well for us. Our actual versus potential went up a lot this round. We are the number 1 and number 2 in terms of sales, so that's pretty cool. Low end, now this is a spicy one. We really maxed out production here without having 1,000 left in inventory, so that was pretty awesome. And we reduced price all the way down to $12. So we went to the minimum price on that, and that was able to give us massive sales. 100% accessibility, 100% awareness. So I mean, and we're only spending $1,400 or 1.4 million. So I guess we'll just put extra money in or whatever. Yeah, $12. The next closest competitor is Drat at $15, but they only have a capacity of 950, or they only sold 950. So if they're not going to match our price, we might not actually need to be that low because we are passing up some sales to go to other people. But if you look at this, we only passed a little bit onto Andrews, Chester, and Erie, and not Digby. Looks like Digby wasn't able to pick up on that, so the price might be fine to keep. I've noticed in high end, again, everyone matched the potential sold, just line for line. I think that's a little weird. The other areas don't do that. So, and there was a perfect match in units sold, so I think that was strange. But we did not have stock out, so everyone did overproduce by a little bit. Here's performance, sort of handed to us on a silver platter yet again. The game might be understanding that we're running away with it, so it's sort of curbing our stomp on these guys. Oops, sorry, I got a message. Okay, someone is sending me a message on LinkedIn. Some girl just said, "Hey, sorry, LinkedIn is not Tinder." But maybe they want to offer me a job, so I'm always open for negotiations. Yeah, I don't think there's too much more to say about performance other than we're being handed this on a silver platter here. Size, there is a little bit of competition there, so we could have produced a little bit more. I think we maxed it out though, so we quite literally couldn't make more. This guy just doesn't update his price, still at 34 bucks, but if you're going to get an extra couple dollars and be able to sell more than your potential, I guess that's okay. They may be able to sell more if it was actually at 32, like it asks us to be. But again, it's only 9%, but there is an area, even though it's only 9%, if you're too high or too low, there could be issues there that are much larger than the percentage that it'll be. Okay, yeah, as you can tell, we're pretty much number one. I mean, is there any area we're not number one? Traditional, we're still the lowest in, but we're number one in every category. We're quite simply not being beaten in any category. Looks like, yeah, so we got some traditional, I mean, some size competition. Looks like they're trying to keep up in performance. We are ahead in high end. We got some low end that we're going to have to move this around. And traditional, still trying in traditional. These are revision dates. I don't think they're quite as important to look at now as they were in the past. Custom modules. I really do think we're spending as much as we need to spend here in TQM and human resources. So looks like Digby's trying to catch up a little bit there. But yeah, because of these cumulative impacts, you want to spend a lot of money as early as possible versus, oh look, my knee's in the thing. You have to see him wearing shorts. Sorry. I'm really comfortable, obviously. I'm also really tired from working all day, but yeah, okay. Let's see if there's anything else to look at before I'll start getting the next video. There's an arrow there. Yep, I think that's it. So, guys, thanks for watching, and join me back in for round 7, decision making.